Welcome back to the next part in our series. We are going to be doing the Eye this time around. So that is located over in another storm, way over here. So it's going to take us a little bit to get over there. So I'm going to probably fast track this. So while we fly there, I will give this little caveat. I am not 100% sure if this is the fastest way. I do recall having a faster way couple of expansions ago. There was a way to get teleported to this side of the Dark Portal, and you'd fly from Hellfire Peninsula right there, fly north into the Eye, but I'm not sure if that's still accurate anymore. This is the best way. Alright, so this is the Eye. A couple of things you're going to be getting out of here is the tier 5 shoulders and chest piece, as well as 3 pets. We have the Lesser Void Caller, the Phoenix Hawk Hatchling, and the Pocket Reaver. Those come off the first 3 bosses. The bird, the Hawk Strider comes off the Phoenix. The Pocket Reaver comes off the Fell Reaver, and the Void Caller comes off High Astromancer over there. So I always try to pull as much as I can when I'm doing these, just to get the extra loot. These guys do a little bit of CC, so if you're going to want to break out of that. But once you're in the first boss room, you're going to want to start going left. You're not going to catch up to him if he's flying around, so the best thing is to run into him. So if you want to come up here, see where he's at. It looks like we can meet him at the second platform. And he goes over to the first. So really, you can just wait over here. We're going to end up killing him with the dot damage we did. So there's no reason to really rush over there to him. He does disappear, but he's just going into his next phase. So you just need to wait a couple of minutes. Not really a couple of minutes, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. He'll pop up in the middle here. There he is. And you can go ahead and finish him off from there. Clean up the trash. Of course, we can't death grip that guy. So it doesn't look like any pet off him. Oh no. It's not a very good pet. I don't think it sells for very much. This is probably one of the more common raids that gets ran. For people that don't know, the Ashes of Alar drop in here. Probably one of the cooler mounts that Blizzard has added to the game. Even since like way back in BC, it's still one of the cooler mounts. It's a Phoenix that you can fly. It's pretty cool. He drops off the last boss, so we'll get to that. Second, we got the Void Reaver up here. You don't need to pull the things around the room. When you pull him, they should also get pulled, so you can just run in. I'm going to throw down a little AoE right there. Kill him, loot him before all this other stuff starts dropping. It just makes it easier to loot. And then we're going to go ahead and clean up these ads. Bind on pickup. Alright, so it looks like we're not doing very good on the pets this time around. But that's okay, I've already got them. It's just to sell them on the auction house. Towards the end of the video, I will be going over the loot and the pets in a little bit more detail. But for now, we're just trying to get through here. This is the way I go. I take a left here. Start pulling these mobs. Some of these I do hate to grab because they start doing a spinning attack and then they fall behind. It's super annoying. He's bound Fortitude out of that because I don't want to deal with it. This is the final boss room, but we're going to skip over him right now and head to the third boss. I'm going to throw a Death and Decay down right here and just let those guys walk through it. We're going to be coming back this way, so I don't need to worry about picking up that loot right now. I didn't mean to do that. Just throw that down for some extra precaution. Oh, he's got his Death and Decay out. Okay, no, I didn't want you summoned, but you're here. So we're headed to the next boss. In this next room, be careful. There are mobs that will mind control you if you don't have a pet. If it's just you in here and you get mind controlled, combat will drop. It'll all reset. It's a pain in the butt. It is these nether scryers, I believe, that are the ones that do it. So if you want to pick them off before the boss, you can. Otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and throw a Death and Decay underneath the boss. Put my pet on assist just in case we do get mind controlled. There's 3 of them in this room, I thought, but I only see the 2. Must have already got them. Clean up the ads. Wait for the loot to check. So it looks like we didn't get a single pet out of this run. It's a bit disappointing, but okay. And we're going to head to the boss room now. You see these mobs, like I said, they start doing a spinning attack and they fall behind. I don't know. Ugh, I say I don't care to loot them, but I'm in here. It doesn't make any sense to not loot them. Alright, so the last boss, very easy, very simple. He just has a couple of things he goes through. Since this does drop one of the cooler mounts, I imagine they left the fight like this for nostalgia. That's really the only reason I can think of why this fight takes so long. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and pull Sunstrider. Doesn't matter what you hit him with. You just got to start his monologuing here. This does take a little while, so I'll probably speed through it. So I tried to speed up this next part as much as I could while still being able to see what was going on. You see, I forget which one starts. We start on the far left there, go to the far right, then we circle back to the far left side. Once the 4 guards are down, he's going to summon his arsenal. Do not loot those weapons. You're going to be deleting things out of your inventory. I can promise you that. He goes back into having a staring contest with you. After he's had his fill of staring at your sweet baby face, he's going to resurrect his guards. I'd recommend throwing down some kind of AoE and then hiding yourself off to the side so you don't get CC'd. Otherwise, you're going to get CC'd for about 5-10 seconds. He's then going to float up into the air, sing Hallelujah, praise Jesus, get all beefed up, and he's going to float back down after he becomes Big Daddy Man. And you're just going to go ahead and punch him in the face, knock him out. Alright, now that we're out, we're going to go over some how I handle the things I just collected out of the raid. So first off, clears out most of the stuff. We're going to go to the vendor, sell all junk, clear out all those grays we don't want to be dealing with. And then these foods, just go ahead and sell those as well. These potions. And if you want to keep the scrolls, you can. I've been sending them to a bank alt. And then these recipes that are bind on a pickup. It looks like these are actually not bind on pickup. Oh, new recipe for me. So yeah, like that. If I know how to use it, I use it. It looks like I already have a couple of people that know this recipe, so I'm going to mail that off to a bank alt. And then this other thing, should have stayed mounted to do this. In the search bar, I'm going to type soul. That'll show you all the items you have soul bound to you. We're just going to go through all these and sell them. That leaves us with the greens and the warbound items. Next thing is we're going to go to a mailbox. I use TSM just to make it simple, easy. Go into here. I have a bunch of groups set up. Some of these items may not be in there, but we'll see how it handles it. And you see it sent off a couple of those things. I'm going to go ahead and add the few items that it missed into my tabs. Throw that into that one. And then we're going to rerun that. And it should send those remaining 3 things to my bank alt. Is it overkill to be using TSM to send 3 things? Maybe. A little bit. That's how I like to do it. And then just to deal with them later, I throw these in my Warbound bank, because as a Deathknight, I can't use any of these, but I do have alts that can. Some of these items, you see it sells for 5 gold. If you use the item, or if you use the token to get the piece of gear might sell for more. In the Burning Crusade, I don't believe that's the case. I'm pretty sure this 5 gold's the most you're going to get. But if you want to use those to get transmogs on your other characters, stick those in your Warbound bank for later. Next thing, we're going to go ahead and pull out the pets. Let's open the collection log. Let's see, the 3 pets we're going to be looking at are the Voidwalker, or Voidcaller. Put him in a cage. And then the Hawk Hatchling. Yep, there he is, put in a cage. And then we're going to pull out the Pocket Reaver. I don't think I have 2 of them, I just have the 1. He is in my party, for my Battle Pet party, so he is level 25. I think that's going to change the TSM and auctioneer prices, but let's take a look. 134 gold on the auctionator, and then TSM's reporting it around 3,000. I think 3,000 is probably closer, again, if it sells. I'm quite surprised it's down to 134. The Lesser Void Caller, we're looking 8,000, 6,000. I want to say you're probably going to get a couple thousand out of that one if it sells. And same thing with this one. Auctionator's reporting 500, TSM's reporting 3,000. I bought a couple for 75 gold. It's all over the place. So just when you're selling pets or taking into consideration doing these raids, you might be holding on to these pets for a while. But we're going to go ahead and relearn these. And that'll wrap it up for our run through the Eye. Next on the agenda, I believe we have Mount Hyjal. Very few people do that one, at least that's what I think. Nobody was doing it back in the day, and I doubt people have continued to do it. But I'll show you the best way to get there, any pets and mounts that come out of there, and anything else worth noting. I'll see you next time. Have a great one.